another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube project. Today I want to look at this. This is another kind of floral, beautiful idea. There's a possible gift for that special mother out there, or just something for you. You could be the special mother and make it for yourself. So today I wanted to make this kind of floral, I don't know, it's sort of like a wreath, a gift, eternal flowers to have on your wall. And today I want to show you how to make this. So I want to sort of the bottom part of the circle to be a solid piece. So I'm just going to literally kind of cut this out of glass. Now I've got my circle cutter here, and I've got to make sure it's staying on where it's supposed to be. For some reason it doesn't want to do it properly. Okay, so I want about, if I'm thinking bottom of it, about that much glass to kind of play with. So I'm going to do a half arch like so, and then I need to I'm going to cut this piece off and then make sure I've got some run. So this to go out there, so I'm going to run it there. Can probably run it down. I mean, I've got those. I will just pull those off of my closing smiley face down and just do the same there. Doesn't need to be perfect. It is going to be pressed, so we're going to have this. So this can go here. Now I can build my circles up from around there. So I've got kind of one circle slightly already drawn out. I'm just going to put this on and using a Sharpie to draw around it. So I've got a kind of clear line of where the circle's going. And then I've got a sort of smaller one, which is kind of like so. And I'm just going to put that, maybe I want it a little bit, no, that's going to be about right. That's going there. So it just gives me a bit of a bigger area at the bottom to build up flowers and plants, and then this is going to be slightly more sort of thinner and lighter. So I've now cut, this was 3mm glass, but for these bits I've cut 4mm glass because I want a bit of thickness. I will be using spacers around when pressing because I don't want it to go very thin. The first time I tried this, I did it without spacers, and I ended up with wafer thin glass, and I picked it up and it was beautiful, and then it just fell apart. So this time I'm going to use 4mm and spacers to kind of keep some thickness in the glass. And I'm just going to kind of build this up around. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just looking for a sort of, a circle of feel going around. So I'm going to carry on building this up, and I'll show it to you before it's ready to go in the kiln. So here this is ready to go in the kiln. So for me, this is 3mm and the rest is all 4mm. And so then it will go, we'll freshly wash the kiln shelf. That will go on top like so, and it will go in the kiln to be pressed. So on another layer above where we're pressing the wreath, we want to press some normal size Murrine. Now normally we only do XL wafers, but sometimes it's nice to have smaller little details. We don't sell them because they're very kind of, they're just a lot of work to make. And so it's easier for you to make them in your own kilns at home because you can, a small amount, you can make them and they're easy to do. So if you want to make them, I'd buy cane rather than slices. Slice them a little bit longer. We're talking about 8mm. I think that's about 1/4 of an inch. I'm not so good. So you're going to make slices like that long. We use in our project, we use the sugar plum flower and the sunset vortex. So you're going to slice them about that thick. I will put them on the kiln shelf that's already in the kiln, some paper on it, make sure it's freshly washed. Now, because we're doing 2 layers, we're going to want to wash both sides of that middle kiln shelf. So you're going to have kiln shelf, we've got the wreath, the clear Tector wreath on, then we've got another kiln shelf going on, which is kiln washed on both sides, And then I'm going to put these on, and then I'm going to put this little kiln shelf on the top. I'm going to re-kiln wash it on the top like this with some, I'm just going to put some washers so that they don't go flat, about 2 mil washers, and put this on top, and then we can see how they look when they come. So here are these out of the kiln. They're like kind of really nice size. So they're a little bit, they're like kind of nearly 1.5 centimetres, about half an inch in diameter when they're done, which is sort of cute. It really, you can really then see the pattern of the Murrine, which is why pressing can be quite an interesting way of using Murrine, because it kind of makes the pattern a bit bigger. I've sandblasted these, and you can see on this one that you do get some residue left on them. So you either need, with a diamond pad, need to clean them up, give them a scrub, or if you have a sandblast them before you use them. Is a good way to clear off any of that residue. So now we have these, they can be used in our project to add a bit of detail. So here this is pressed. I actually forgot to put the spaces in, and I remembered last night and was really worried it had gone too thin, but actually I think it's fine. It hasn't fully pressed together in areas, which is disappointing, but I think with the bits on top, it's going to look great. So I'm going to get it out and clean it up, and we can have a look how it is after that. So I've cut a load of leaves in various different greens, and I'm now going to put some powder on them and sgraffito into them to add a bit of dimension. So I have my leaf. I'm just going to add a light layer of powder, and then using a tool. I'm self-filming, guys, it's really hard to do this with one hand. I'm just going to put some marks into it, like so, and then it will look more like this, and then they can go in the kiln. I want to make some flowers to go on this wreath, so I've cut circles of purple neo-lavender glass. I'm just going to put a wafer on top to be the centre. That's, I'm going to put 2 wafers on top of that one, and 1 wafer on top of this to be the centre. So that's one flower I'm going to do. Second flower I'm going to do is just going to be a 7-petal flower. I'm just going to build this up like so, just making sure the kind of petals go on evenly spaced, making sure they're kind of overlapping a bit. It's only 6 petals, there's 1 more over here. Sorry guys, self-filming, never the best idea, but it's what we've got for today. So okay, they're going on there. We're going to put a water lily in the middle, and then I'm going to put some hearts on the edge like this. Now I'm going to put them on, and then I'll show you how it is. The final one is a kind of simple 5 petal, but they're kind of just they're not so particularly petal shaped, but they work quite well as a flower. So I'll put that one together and show you how it is. So here is this ready to be decorated. It's already cracked here and here, so I've definitely got to add some kind of bridging pieces here to make sure that it, when it's tack fused, that it stays together. I've got these leaves ready to put on. I've also got these that I made some time ago when we were doing lots of flowers that I'm going to add to the project, but they will be glued on because they're already slumped. Those need to be glued on afterwards. So I need to, when I'm making the project, think where they're going to go and leave space for them to be glued afterwards. So I'm going to start putting this together, and we can have a look before it goes in the kiln. So here it is. I need to first of all think where I'm going to put my tack fused items. So I'm going to put these here. I'm going to leave them on there for the moment, just to remind myself where things are going around it. Some stuff will peek over the edges. I've got these leaves that I've already done. That's okay, I will put fibre paper on afterwards. Now, there are going to be some areas of clear in between, but I don't really mind that. That sort of, all for me, is adding to the feel of the piece, of how I'm going to have it. So I'm going to kind of put this here, and I'm going to start building this up, and we can have a look when it's ready to go in the kiln. So as you can see, I've removed these off because I obviously don't want to fuse with these on, otherwise they will just unslump and they'll be glued on afterwards. This is going to go in the kiln now. It's going to have a very, very long, slow anneal. I think I'll probably do at least a 4-hour anneal on it, maybe even longer, so that it really has a, long time. We've got lots of different layers going on here, and it's got a high cryo factor, plus it's incredibly delicate. So this will go in and we can see how it looks when it comes out. So here this is out of the kiln. I think it's come out brilliantly. I'm really pleased. So I now just need to glue these other elements on. I've just decided also to glue these ones up here. I think they're just going to add an extra little bit. So I'll get those glued on and we can have a look at the final piece. So here it is, all nicely glued in place. I think this is a great project that shows kind of using a simple colour palette with these 3 different coloured leaves and this fantastic sgraffito, just very, very subtle leaf design, using these neo-lavender flowers. So all the flowers have neo-lavender in them, but we've used the water lily as a wafer here and in the middle of the flower here, and then carried on with the kind of purple of themes of using the sugar plum flower, which I've pressed into wafers, and these, which are our sunset vortex, pressed into wafers, are keeping with these same colours throughout. I love the different leaves. Actually, Tina did this leaf design on a piece the other day, and then I loved it and did it on a piece myself for a customer who came in for a commission. And just, it's so kind of nice to have a simple palette of green and pink and just these pops of colour. I love these as well. It feels quite Christmassy, but I think it still works on this as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, you can get all these amazing products at tabithasglassemporium.com. You can sign up to our newsletter and hear about all our new products and any new YouTube videos coming out. Like this post, subscribe to our channel. It's all good to do. And until next time, happy fusing.